We are gearing up to say goodbye to the Sea of Cortez and start our adventure over to mainland Mexico. But this year we decided to head home for Christmas. So join us in this video as we get off the boat for a few weeks, but then head back to paradise.
The Christmas travel begin. You would think that getting off the boat and taking a vacation means I don't have to do a ton of work, but of course, an axle U-joint decided to go out and we need to drive the car. Here I am. It's going all back together now with the fresh U-joint.
After spending some time with Geneva's family, we took Skylar back to my hometown and I showed her what the opposite of boat life looks like. She actually really enjoys it. And although it's still in California, it felt like a nice Christmas setting for Skylar to experience, because this is pretty much the first one she has had like this.
There's your orange.
Well, this is us, stuck in Tiana for 2 days, because I like to push the limits and arrive late to the airport, and they could not, oh my god, they could not check our bags, so we're stuck here for New Year's.
Although I was pretty bummed that we missed our flight back and we weren't gonna spend New Year's on the boat in Mexico, we did try to make the best of it with a nice hotel that had a swimming pool so Skylar can keep learning how to swim and gaining confidence in the water as she loves to swim around.
Did you have fun? Yeah. What did you do?
Oh, I bet I don't want.
You did! Can I get a high five?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
We had a great Christmas little break from the boat. We were gone about 2 weeks with all Christmas lights, festivities, family, Christmas parties, a lot of driving and travel between all the families, and just really enjoyed ourselves. Skylar had a great time with like a Christmassy Christmas.
Mama needs to help me drive.
Are you driving?
Mama needs to help me drive.
We're currently motoring at the moment. We're gonna do about 40 minutes of motoring because we were dead out of water, like out. Made the last cup of coffee this morning. So we need to make water, but I'm getting excited because we got about 10 to 12 knots right on the beam, directly pointed where we need to go. So for the next 3 or 4 hours after we make some water, we're gonna be sailing hopefully the whole time. We're in the wind now doing 5 or 6 knots, and we got about 12 at our back, so cruising right along with one of my favorite sails. This is bliss right now. Unfortunately, this is typical of how the girls look while we're sailing. Skylar gets a little seasick, so she gets really cuddly. And so does Geneva, although she doesn't want to be cuddled. Classic.
Back to our favorite spot. Huh, girl? Where are we?
I squared the shot.
Yeah, huh? You can help him turn it off?
Okay, you pull this up. All the way up. Real high. Real high.
It's hot.
Real high.
Yeah.
You did it.
We're here.
Hey, take a picture of this side.
Take a picture out this side.
Do you want to use your camera and take a picture of the sunset?
Yeah.
What a really cool last couple days. We pulled into the anchorage and we saw a couple big rigs, a bright yellow one and another white one with a guy on a ladder like doing spray paint work to it, and the mural was like half done. And so when we got to the beach, we started talking to people and we ended up meeting Julian and hearing the story of how he's a muralist and he's an artist, but they met Marcus in his truck just out here in Baja, and he wanted to commission Julian to paint the side of their truck. So Julian's been out here for a few days and they got the whole truck painted before Marcus had to take off. And what an incredible piece of art and story that these people now get to tell with someone like Julian painting their truck on a random beach in, you know, some isolated parts of Baja. It's really cool. I was excited about the story just myself, and it's not even, you know, my rig being painted. We've been getting time to hang out with Julian and Sina and their truck tempo traces. We've had a lot of fun because they also have a daughter. She's 1 year old. Her and Skylar have kind of been playing on the beach and just having a good time. And it's so cool to see Julian in his element, working, doing his craft, and just fine detail spray painting a truck. I've really enjoyed just like witnessing this event happening. That's a cool thing that we love about traveling like this. As always with this lifestyle, people were starting to shuffle around and move on to their next adventure, as all of our trips were continuing but in different directions. So we had to say goodbye to some great friends, but it was also our time to move on, as we really needed to head south onto our next adventure as we head towards mainland. We set off at sunrise and we're headed south now, making our way to La Paz, and then we're gonna cross over to Puerto Vallarta on the mainland. So this is kind of that real beginning of our journey headed south into new places. It's quite the swell coming in this section, and we're surfing down it pretty fast, but it's rolling around a bit when you're trying to walk around in the cockpit. Making some sourdough bread, gonna have some breakfast, and we're just got a long day of headed south. Well, we just did 52 miles in about 8 hours, averaging about 6.5 knots, all motor. There was no wind today. The wind was yesterday, but we decided to stay one more extra day with the friends that we met on the beach in Agua Verde, which was actually very nice, even though we didn't get to sail today. In the long scheme of life, that was way more worth it to spend some extra time with really good friends that we had just met and didn't want to leave. But we are on a mad dash now south, so we need to make it to Puerto Vallarta. We've got a weather window for this weekend, and we are out of food. So we are about 40 miles from La Paz. We're gonna get there within the next probably 2 days, and we'll stock up on food and we'll get set so that hopefully we hit this weather window and we can do a 3-day crossing, about 300 or 350 miles to Puerto Vallarta. What's going on?
We got some no-see-ums. The closer we get to these stinking mangroves, the more bugs there are. So they call them no-see-ums for a reason. Can't see them, but you sure as heck can feel them.
Yeah, you see the little flies? They're tiny, huh?
They're on Dada's ankles.
Oh, they bite me? Might be way better from the drone than getting totally bit up on our legs from these little flies. But we made it to land. We touched land today. We didn't stay on the boat all day.
away from the bugs a little bit, so took the dinghy around to the other side to see what we could find, and found the other side of this mangrove here.
That's so cool. Join us in the next video as we make it to La Paz to really stock up and provision and start our multi-day crossing over to mainland for a whole new adventure.